Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Welcome to Classic Game Room. Are you tired of injustice in the animal kingdom? Why should hedgehogs, turtles, and Donkey Kongs get all the glory? It's the mighty opossum's time to shine in Awesome Possum on the Sega Genesis.
Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt.
I'm awesome.
Awesome Possum. Never has a game had a more deceptive title, because Awesome Possum is most definitely not very awesome.
You're not so awesome.
See, the game even admits it.
And really jump.
However, it has inspired me to come up with my own video game character named Bogus Beaver. Because Bogus Beaver is definitely bogus.
Wow, that was incredible.
Which has to be way more awesome than Awesome Possum. A socially conscious, politically correct, environmentally friendly Sonic the Hedgehog clone
Oh boy.
that has some of the worst music and gameplay that I've ever experienced on the Genesis.
And so cool. Cool. What's food?
How awesome is it that Awesome Possum is lying to children and filling landfills with crappy Sega Genesis games? The first thing I want to do is toss my copy of Awesome Possum in the garbage.
Don't pay for that. I'm flying.
Now, to be fair, this has its moments. The voice dialogue is so bad that it's good. I like the part where he calls enemies Chernobyl breath.
Chernobyl breath.
Like, that has the real spirit of the early 90s, when recycling and politically correctness were all in vogue.
Oh. Watch it.
As you could basically offend anyone for doing pretty much anything, and that was before the internet. It's all come full circle by now. So perhaps we should expect an Awesome Possum 2.
Good one.
What makes this game so terrible? Is it the fact that it's genuinely unlikable? No.
That you techno freak.
Where Awesome Possum is more like Awful Possum is in the gameplay mechanics territory. It just doesn't play well. There's enemies everywhere, and you have very few offensive capabilities. You can jump on their head, but when you jump up in the air, half the time you lose sight of your enemy. So it's very difficult to plan your landing, because, you know, Awesome Possum obviously kills enemies by landing on them with his awesome ass. All your typical Sonic the Hedgehog kind of stuff is here, like bounce pads and boosters and stuff. Sometimes you'll spin and you can kill enemies that way, like Sonic does. Except Sonic the Hedgehog is actually likable, and the level design is good. Awesome Possum gets tedious and dreary quickly.
Oh boy.
If this game has any redeeming qualities at all, it's that it's a tough platformer. If you're looking for an extremely difficult side-scrolling platformer, play this one. Because it doesn't play well, and that makes it really challenging.
Hey, so cool.
But I posted a few not-so-nice things about Awesome Possum on Twitter and heard from a few viewers that they really like this game. So I tried to find something enjoyable in Awesome Possum. I gave this game a chance.
Now you've gone and done it.
And the only thing I can come up with is possibly nostalgia, or the fact that when this game was new it would have had fairly large levels. So you can definitely spend some time exploring. There's health kits, hidden areas, jumps, and extra lives everywhere. In between levels, there's also some bonus quizzes, so that you can learn. Answer correctly, or the animals eat you, which would be the environmentally friendly thing to do.
Where did that come from? Cool.
You can turn off his voice dialogue, but why would you? I think it's the best part of the game. And look, there's endangered species that you can ride and maybe cook up on the grill later. Anyone for some giant seagull steaks? Awesome. I remember the early 90s quite well, and there were some great things, like the Sega Genesis, arcades, White Zombie, and Van Damme movies. But then there was this politically correct bullshit. And that infested everything and empowered easily offended, self-righteous, insecure douchebags to turn any issue, no matter how innocent, into some kind of a political, social, or environmental discussion, even when it clearly wasn't. And Awesome Possum is pandering to just that mentality. And like that entire movement, Awesome Possum is filled with hypocrisy. Because ultimately, it's garbage, which is just going to end up in a landfill. So I have an environmentally friendly, politically correct, socially conscious classic game room. Shout out and thank you to send to Chris from Jersey City, New Jersey, for saving the environment by sending Awesome Possum to Classic Game Room instead of the trash. You see, Classic Game Room is a green show. Don't send your obsolete technology to the garbage, send it here. Where I get to make silly videos about it for the internet. Now, through most of this review, I'm using a cheat code because, frankly, I just didn't find the game all that much fun to play. If you were a kid growing up with this game back in the day, I can see where you'd enjoy it. It's a fairly sizable game. But for me, it just brings back flashbacks. The world's an awful place, and apparently it's my fault. Maybe I should be the end boss in this game. Awesome Possum kicks Classic Game Room's butt.
Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt.
I'm awesome.
New shirts and glassware now at ClassicGameRoom.com. Don't miss Magnum Skywolf, also on Patreon. Welcome to the club. It's the Lord Carnage Club, where I celebrate these backers on Patreon by shouting their name in a volcano. Introducing Michael Fernandez. Oh yeah! Michael Nelson. Lord Carnage approves. Jim Moriarty. Sérgio Matheus, Hergert, Jason from Kamloops, British Columbia, Fizzy, Signal, Alciver, Sean Zoltek. I'm just kidding again. Sean Zoltek, Stephen Chucknick from New Jersey, Landon Ellerbe. He's the administrator of these credits. Philipp Straubenmueller of Vienna, Austria. Woo! Jack Stavris from Australia, home of Mad Max. Ohad Kanne. Cue the thunder. Jeff, CapDauntless, Breyer, Rick DeBarros. Out of sight. Will. Kid Shuriken Fatality. Ship. Senkbeil. That was too evil, wasn't it? Let's try that again. Chip Senkbeil! See you next time on Classic Game Room. Thanks for watching.